Hey, I'm here with Colin Johnson today. Colin, tell me a little bit about what you do and for how long you've been doing it.
Hey, pleasure to be here. So we at Freeport created a platform that allows people to purchase fractional artwork and to own that artwork on the Ethereum blockchain. We've been building for, let's see, the past 8 months now, I want to say. So we raised our first round actually back in March. And that's when I convinced our CTO to actually come on board. And that's when I think we can officially say we started building.
Okay, awesome. So, what are your goals for where do you want to take the business long term?
Yes. So the goal is to bring billions and billions of dollars worth of assets that don't exist on blockchains currently onto the blockchains, and to do that by allowing the general public to purchase assets they've never been able to purchase before.
Okay, great. So, who's the target market for that business? Who are you
Oh,
planning to help?
sure. So everyone. So this is actually a key differentiator between us and some of the other folks who allow for fractional ownership. We want everyone to be able to buy incredible, rare, fine art in a way that they probably have never experienced before, and to get exposure to this asset class that they likely haven't been able to get exposure to previously. So anyone who has a few bucks and is able to invest in a way that is sort of net new and compelling and historically has outperformed the market is a potential customer of ours.
Okay, awesome. So, really opening it up to the masses.
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. So, tell me about one mistake you've made or a lesson that you've learned as a business owner that any other business owner could learn from, regardless of their industry.
One mistake, I can give you a dozen, but the first mistake that we made was not taking as much money upfront, investment money, as we could have. We actually artificially limited the amount of funds that we took in. So we went past the original raise amount. This is probably a problem that I shouldn't be complaining about, I guess. But we went over our initial raise amount. So we cut people off and we stopped pitching because we thought, hey, the market's going to be great forever. We'll just raise another round when we need to. We don't need to raise the cash right now. Then everything that just happened in the market happened, which was all of the most negative possible things at once from a
Yeah.
macroeconomic scale. So the one mistake that I just call out right now is, if you have the opportunity to take in cash from investors and it's at some sort of a reasonable valuation, you should probably do it to
Yeah.
prepare for times like these.
Yeah. You never know what the future holds.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me about a coach or mentor that you've had that made a difference in your life and why.
Sure. Probably the most impactful one that I've had in my entire career. I won't go with like, hey, it was my dad or my uncle or something, or my brother. I think that's too easy. The most impactful one that I've had in my career, though, is Leslie Burland. So she was the head of the digital partnerships and development team at American Express, which I worked at a few companies ago. And the reason that she was incredible was she recommended that Amex get on social media back before anyone was getting on social media. And she grew from just a social media marketing manager up to the head of this organization. Very likely could have become the president of Amex as well had she not left and become the CMO of Twitter, which I believe she still currently is right now. So she's hanging out with Jack Dorsey all the time. But the thing that she taught me most was actually to be human with the people that work underneath you, and to sort of understand that they have sort of needs and desires, and you can be cognizant of that even as a leader. So
Yes.
like, my full name is Colin. A few weeks after joining at Amex, she would call me Col. And like, I know that's a silly little thing, but for someone as senior as her and as successful as her, to sort of have that human touch as she's telling me like how green I am behind the ears and how many other things I could fix, it was just a very an impressive thing. So I try to carry that through with the way that I manage folks that work underneath me.
Okay, great. So what does the future look like for your company? What type of challenges do you see moving forward?
Sure. Lots of headwinds are sort of the theme of the current time that we're in. Um, our goal is to become a massive platform that allows for everyone to collect a lot of rare assets that they wouldn't have collected before. So Freeport, the name Freeport, by the way, as a quick aside, is actually meant to be subversive. So Freeports historically are these locations either in international waters or between states or other types of facilities where people can buy and sell art without any tax implications. So it's kind of become a dirty word in the art world. Our goal is to subvert that and to say, well, no, we're taking the artwork out of obscurity, putting it into the light, and allowing everyone to purchase portions of it, and then to display all of that artwork to folks on our platform virtually in a
Yeah.
sort of three-dimensional space. And it's going to be assets they really own, that they're interacting with. As far as headwinds go, we are a partial Web 2 and a partial Web 3 project. So because we're partially Web3, we're very much beholden to people feeling negatively about the crypto at the moment. Crypto is especially volatile in certain times like these. So we're going to have to sort of get past that element, as well as get past the general hesitation that people have with crypto, thinking that it's just like purely scams or just snake oil or kind of nonsense like that. And there's plenty of that to go around in the crypto space, but there's also plenty of real use of the technology that's going to be fundamentally game changing. So, we expect to see those headwinds, but we also expect long-term to surpass them.
Awesome. So if you were to talk to a young person that was starting their first business today, what would your recommendation to them be?
Just go do it. I'm in my mid 30s now. I worked at American Express and I worked at Apple before this. It was good to have that experience, but if you're truly an entrepreneur and you really want to just do the thing, there's nothing better than just getting started. It doesn't have to be your company. It can be working at someone else's company that's in an early stage. You can learn a ton. Remember, you only need one of these to hit and do really well. Every one of them doesn't have to, so you can just sort of gain the experience as you see fit. But just going out and doing and not being afraid to impact the world. So like it took me many years to get to the point where I thought that I should be allowed to go like dictate what other people do, right? Or to make decisions that are gonna impact lots and lots of folks. But it turns out if you're well intended and you're capable, then you should be doing those things because the world becomes a better place when you're actually out there doing them. So don't hesitate and just kind of seize the moment a little bit.
Okay, great advice. So where can folks find out more about you or more about Freeport?
Sure. So you can currently go to freeport.app, and it's a waitlist page that will allow for early access to some of the incredible artwork that's coming on, not until early next year. It's going to be probably March of next year, Q1 of next year, when the art becomes available. But you can go to freeport.app, you can sign up for the waitlist, and we'll be sending communications out there. You can also check out the Medium articles that I've written. We've got 5 of them now, and they give you a little bit more context about what we're up to. We have a Twitter account, Freeport_app, and an Instagram account, Freeport.app.
Okay, awesome. And last question, what most inspires you today as you move forward in business?
What inspires me are all of the people that continue to build when the stuff has hit the fan, colloquially. I still see that. So there are still these communities that are alive. This is in the crypto space specifically, but really just in business generally. When you see the people who say, yeah, it sucks out there right now, but I'm just going to keep building whatever it is that I'm building anyways and figure out a path forward. It's inspiring, right? You can just see that you don't need to be weighed down by sort of the burden of the macroeconomic situation or the socio-political situation, which is equally questionable at the moment. And you can just continue doing things. And that's kind of the human way. It's almost like the British way, like keep calm and carry on. When I see people doing that, it inspires me to do it as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Surround yourself with a community that continues to push forward and continues to grow. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly
Awesome.
right.
Well, Colin, thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks, Nate. It's been great to be here.